Hello world, today I'm going to show you how to get started using the Arduino with ultrasonic sensors. So first thing we're going to need to do is download some special software, a special Arduino library that isn't included with the Arduino IDE by default, and so that'll allow us to easily interface with ultrasonic sensors. So click on the link right below this video and you'll be taken right to the Bitbucket link for the library we're going to need, which is called NewPing. So just download the .zip file and save it. Okay, now go back to the Arduino IDE, and to import the library, all we're going to need to do, hit Sketch, include library, add .zip library, and navigate to where you saved it, and there you go, and then it's installed. So then you just need to go into include library, go all the way back down, scroll down, and you'll see the library NewPing. And now we're ready to go to start learning how to use it. Before we get started checking out some of the cool functions with the Arduino IDE, let's just check out the circuit layout for hooking up your ultrasonic sensor to the Arduino. So it's pretty simple. You're just going to use digital pins. We have this is the SR04 ultrasonic sensor, which is probably the most common, but other ultrasonic sensors have similar connections. So we have 5 volts connected right to VCC, trigger I have connected to pin 12, echo is connected to pin 11, and of course we have ground. So it's a pretty simple layout. Alright, let's move back to the code. Well, we got the schematics down, we just need to move on to making a sketch to test it out. So what we're going to do with this sketch is just have the value of the Arduino read the value of the ultrasonic sensor and return it via the serial port. So first thing we need to do is declare the variables for our pins. So int trigger equals 12, int echo is on pin 11. Pretty simple. Okay, now we're going to initialize a NewPing, an ultrasonic object using the NewPing library. So NewPing sonar, we're going to use the word sonar, and then we're going to use the pins for trigger and echo. And that's pretty simple. Okay, and one of the conveniences of using the NewPing library is that we don't need to set up our trigger and echo pins as outputs, because the library handles that for us. So all we need to do, we're going to initialize the serial port. So serial.begin, and we're going to use the baud rate of 1152,000. That's around 100,000. So most of the time we would use around 10,000, 9,600. But the ultrasonic library, you use a faster baud rate because we're reading the sensor much faster. Alright, now we can move on to our main loop. So first thing we're going to do is have the Arduino read the value of the ultrasonic sensor. So int distance equals sonar dot ping centimeters. So this function here returns the reading from the ultrasonic sensor in centimeters. We can also use the ping underscore inches, which will return it in inches, but we're going to stick with centimeters here. Okay, and then there's no arguments passed here. So now the variable distance holds the value of the current reading of the ultrasonic sensor. So now we just print it to the serial port, serial.print distance, and then we'll add the units to serial.print line centimeters. Centimeters. Okay, and then we're going to have this loop delay for 100 milliseconds. So this delay value here, you don't want to make this less than 30 milliseconds, because if you go less than that, the library won't work, and it's just too fast for the you can't read the ultrasonic sensor less than once every 30 milliseconds. So keep that value, this value here, greater than 30. So this is about it. That's our whole loop. It's pretty simple. We initialize the serial port, we get the current distance, we print it to the serial port, and then we have a slight pause here. So let's test it out. I'm going to upload. Remember to save, and then upload, and we'll see the results of this in the serial port, or what it looks like. You know, how the readings turn out. Alright, uploaded. So let's open the serial monitor. Okay. So we can see it's reading. So right now I'm going to move my hand closer to the sensor, and I'm right up in front of it. Yeah, so there we go. 3 centimeters, and moving away. And this is very accurate. I tested it using a ruler to see how close it was, and it was within 1 centimeter of the actual distance of my hand. So that's pretty cool. If you open up the serial port and you get some wacky numbers like this, obviously that's not what we want. So make sure you have it set to the right baud rate. So by default it's 9600, but we want it at this one here. So make sure it's on the right one, and then you'll get the readings. So that's about it. That's how you get started using the new ping library with ultrasonic sensors with the Arduino. So hope you can get up and running with it, and hope you enjoyed watching this, and thanks for watching.